Greetings, brethren. My name is Honorable Doug Ford, and I'll be giving you a presentation of the Knights of the Double Eagle Award website. This is my personal website and is not directly related to the Scottish Rite. It is a personal project to support the Knights of the Double Eagle Award program. So once you receive the email stating that your account has been activated from the administrators, you'll be going to the website, which is www.de32.org, and put in your username and password, or your email address and password. The Remember Me option allows you to stay signed in for 30 days. So you could skip the screen every time you want for the next 30 days. You click on Submit, you're now brought into the main website. Once you are signed in, now the screen will go over several pieces of information. Starts off with the valley you signed up for, gives you your name, and over here under Profile Options, you can update your email or update your password, and ultimately you can sign out. When you first join the Knights of the Double Eagle Award program, you are presented with your status of your ribbons, and it is currently faded out because you have not earned any ribbons yet. It tells you that you need 500 more points to get to your next ribbon. Once you start receiving your ribbons, they will appear in full color and they will change over time. The graph represents your points over time. And then down on the bottom left of the desktop, or the dashboard, you have the section that says My Activities Waiting to be Approved. These are all the points that you have submitted that have not yet been approved by the administrators. The administrators are also notified of your submissions. Another option that you will notice is that you have the toggle menu option. This option is for responsive designs, and when you want to use this website on your phone, on your iPad, on a device smaller than your computer screen. The last thing you'll notice on the left-hand side of the screen are the options that as a knight you will have access to. So the dashboard brings you to this screen. Then you'll have the points list, approved points, submit activity, and edit points. The first option we're going to look at is the points list. This is a list of all the points that the administrators have agreed upon and accepted to be used within your valley. Even though it says Valley of Palm Springs, this is just for my test account. I am part of the Valley of San Diego, and these are the activities that we have agreed upon and accepted. Now we have set up certain rules, and I will cover a few of the highlights that should make it easier for new valleys who are participating in this program to adopt or modify for their own personal needs. So for the Valley of San Diego, we have top line, second line signer. As a signer, you do not receive the points until the candidate has received their 32nd degree. If they cancel at any time before that, the knight who submitted these points does not receive them. For the yearly points, you submit them only at the end of your term, not before. So if you are the elected head of a body, the elected officer, an appointed officer, or if you're part of a committee, you receive points only at the end of your term. For degree/stage production, these are items that are related to a degree or, as it says, a production, such as in the Valley of San Diego, we perform the extinguishing and relighting of the lights. So if you're part of an external performance separate from a degree, you can receive points for that. Meeting attendance. Essentially, it boils down to two categories in my mind. And you can always change this, or the admins can always change it, but for the Valley of San Diego, there are basically two options. You have your stated meeting and everything else is a committee. For meeting attendance, there are essentially two options. You either choose stated meeting or you attend a committee. If you are part of the Knights of St. Andrew and you attend their monthly meeting, it is still only a committee meeting. It is not part of the stated meeting. It is a separate meeting. You can get 2 entries for that and double your points if you are part of both, but a stated meeting is different from a committee. So don't overlap and don't think that just because you have a monthly meeting for a particular committee, it's a stated meeting. It is not. It is only for that group. The Masonic education is just that. When you complete your courses, you receive your points. Miscellaneous services are items that don't fit into any other category. In the case of the personal support member for sound, stage crew, lighting, and where it says per stated meeting, you could think that it belongs in the degree/production. It doesn't, because the degree/production area forces you to select the degree that's a particular degree you worked on. And I will show you that later on. This is just a one-time deal per month, and it can't be done at the same time. It can't be done multiple times throughout the day. Reunions. These are items that are degree specific, where you will need to select a degree that you are involved with. Non-degree specific are items that happen during the reunions, but happen only once, or is done throughout the entire day and is not related to a particular degree. Special events are items that we have highlighted that you can participate or attend in, more so attend. There are options where you can attend a special event or assist at a special event. These are events that are not listed above, and they are items that are one-offs, are special occasions. They have not been established as a regular event. So if you do something special, or the personal representative has said, we're doing something special, and you attend it, you get points for that. Facility support is where you'd be working at the library if your valley has a library. Also, we have put the VMAP support in under facility support. For the bulletin related work, this was created basically by myself because I am in charge of the bulletin. So I used to put in my hours, and it got to be a little tedious because I'd be putting in hours each day. Now I just enter in one set of entries, or I just put in one set of entries, and I select either 8, 12, or 16 page bulletins. If you take photos at a stated meeting dinner for the bulletin, you get points for that. If you take photos at an event and they are used within the bulletin, you get points for that. If you write an original article, which is not a flyer, and it's used in the bulletin, you get points for that. Finally, we have the other category. This is not to be used without permission, and is only offered up by admins. So if there is something that does not apply to anything else and is completely unique, the admins can offer up points. In the case of Valley of San Diego, when I used to do the training of this website to new members, we would offer up 50 points and they would use the other category. And that is the points list. If you wish to download the file and examine it separately, you can download an Excel file and it's available to you. The next item I want to show you is the section on approved points. This is where all your activities that have been approved will show up. Now, as a new member or a new knight, you will not have anything to display. Because this is my test account, it currently shows no activities. Let me switch over to my personal account and you'll see what my approved points really look like. You can tell that I've been active for a while because this is the highest you can go in the current ribbon. My points are up here in the 41,000s. So my approved points are listed here. As you can see from my personal account, I've been active since 2011, since I've created this website, and it gives you a display of all the years that you have submitted points for. So click on a particular year, and it'll display all the individual months that you have submitted points for. So if you skip a month, it will not be displayed. And then from here, you can click on an individual month. It will display all the points that you submitted for that particular month, and it'll give you your grand total for that month. And then down here at the bottom, it will always show you your grand total. And that's it for the approved points section. We will now make another advance, which brings us to submit activity. This is the area of the website that you'll be entering your activities to receive points. You start by selecting the date or entering the date of your activity. I'll just select today's date. Then I would select the category, which is the top level view of the activities under, for the activities below it. If you don't know where your activity belongs or what category it falls under, you can always visit the points list to look it up and to do more research. In this case, I know I attended a meeting. Now, it wasn't my stated meeting, but it was a meeting. In this case, it was a committee meeting. I attended, let's say, the Chapter of Rose-Croix Committee. I would put in, discussion of future, just for fun. I would select the person in charge, and I'd put, Wise Master, or WM for short. I'd hit test for duplicates, and since I received no notification of any duplicates found, I would just hit submit points, and those points are now submitted. Or the activities are submitted. The points will be received once they are approved. Let's say I also did some degree work. So I would go to degree/stage production. Let's choose a category of, let's say there was a prompter. Now under degrees, you will have a list of all the degrees available to you. I currently have 4 through 33 because even though this program is only designed for black hats initially, red hats and white hats can still participate if they started off as a black hat in the program. If the degree or production is not one of the normal degrees, you can add, or the admins can add it, as you can see, for example, another special performance, or you can select one, they can add any combination of different degrees that are applicable to your particular valley. This system is designed to be flexible based upon your valley's needs. So let's just say I chose extinguishing a light ceremony. I would say prompter. One of the requirements for this site is that I ask that the additional description field is also populated. Reason being is that over time I've had a number of different nights select one or enter in one category up here or one activity up here and put in a whole completely different description. That makes things confusing for the admins. So hopefully it's more of a checks and balances system that allows a night to select the proper activity and then also put a description that matches what they did. In this case, the activity is approved by the director. Let's say, I'm the director for that. I would test for duplicates. There are no duplicates found. I can hit submit points and they're done. I've covered entries for items that include degrees and a degree listing. I've covered items that deal with committees. Now, just to show you that the site is dynamic, again, I could select a date. I can choose any item. Let's say just choose special events. I can say I attended a special event. A description would be, a special dinner. I can say this is approved by JoJo. And he is the General Secretary. Now then, the additional description is required because I've seen entries over the years where the selected activity does not match the description. This causes chaos for the admins to understand what points should be assigned to that night. So without the additional description, it doesn't allow you to continue. So when you're entering in the information, please always enter in an additional description. Even if it is repeated over and over again, it just lets the admins know that you've done it correctly and that you're submitting your points accurately. So for this option, I just test for duplicates. I see no duplicates were found, and I can submit points. Let's say you have a situation where you forget what points you have submitted, and you just feel like, just entering a bunch of stuff just to catch up. So let's say we do date of activity is the 19th. Oh, that's right, there was a special event going on. I attended a special event. I did, I attended a dinner. A special dinner, all right. Activity approved by JoJo. And he is the General Secretary. So if I test for duplicates, whoa, what's going on here? Duplicates found. You've already submitted this entry. Okay, and you can't submit the points. Well, if you get this message, you've already entered it and you don't need to continue. If you're questioning if there's a problem with the system because maybe you don't remember entering it in, I will cover that in the next section under editing points. But if you receive this, just stop and know that you've done your work. Or follow up and check the edit points and see if you've already submitted it. But I'll continue that in the next section. The next section we will cover falls under edit points. This is where you will see and correct what points need to be fixed or just need a validation that you have entered them previously. As I showed under the Submit Activity category, if you come across the entry or the display that duplicates were found and you are not sure, you can come to the Edit Points section and take a look at what you've submitted. These activities that are currently here show you what you have already submitted that have not yet been approved. If you receive the duplicate submission message in the Submit Activity category or option, and you don't see that option here under Edit Existing Activities, you can also go to your approved points and look for them there. So under the Edit Existing Activities option, this is where you will fix your mistakes. Let's say, for an example, I attended the event I selected is attend a special event. It displays all my options for me, and I can change any item I want. Or let's take a look at the attend committee meeting per meeting. If you notice, when I put my cursor over it, it shows me what I entered in. So it shows me that it was approved by Mike S. and the meeting type was Chapter of Rose-Croix Committee. Well, let's make some changes to this. Let's say I didn't attend a Chapter of Rose-Croix Committee. I actually went to the KDEA committee, and that actually belongs to Colin. And I'll put chairman for that one. I can test for duplicates. No duplicates were found. I can submit my points, and they will automatically be changed right up here immediately. As you can tell, it says now approved by Colin. Meeting type is KDEA committee. Previously, under the submit activity option, I entered in an activity of attend a special event. Let's say I want to just get rid of it. I can hit delete, and it removes it immediately. There is no second choice. That's why this button is red. It's off to the side, and it removes it immediately. Yes, I know I could probably put in a validation or verification of the submit, but at this time, I don't have it. It's a future enhancement. But once you hit delete, it gets removed automatically. If you want to go back to submit activity and re-enter it, you can. But ultimately, all your changes to an activity is done on this section. And that concludes the Knights of the Double Eagle Award website for the Knights. If you have any questions, please contact me at srpubs1. That is srpubs1 at gmail.com. Thank you very much and have a great day.